Hello, Al pals. This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents Films with Friends, the film from 2002, the classic martial arts fantasy, also known as wuxia, whatever. Hero, starring Jet Li, a fave of mine that was introduced to me by a man I used to work with, and who also introduced me to the soundtrack, which I also think is very good. Joining me tonight, of course, is the one, the only YouTuber in himself, Deleted Scenes. How are you doing, sir? And you got anything to drink tonight, or you just kind of just chilling?
Yeah, I do have some coffee here, which I probably should not be drinking this late at night, but here we are.
That is the fuel for the YouTuber, and it keeps you going. I have some iced tea, Crystal Light iced tea, and
Nice.
that should get me through the show. Let's see who is here tonight. Lady Mist, of course, was first. The wonderful garden nymph herself. I always like to say that because I like nymphs and fairies and things. Of course, I have put the Cosby link at the top. Hopefully tonight we won't have the issues we had last time, although there are some things I do need to clarify before we start, but I'll get to that later. Deleted Scenes, saluting everybody, saying hi to the chat. And going on down, seeing who's here. Curtis Selby is in the house. FKHC 2005, also known as Tim. Going on down, seeing who else is here. There's Lady Mist again, Curtis Selby, and there you go. Curtis Selby, a 10-word review of Hero. Well, I can't do the 10-word reviews off the top of my head. I actually have to sit there and think about it for a little bit. It's much harder to like actually do 10 words and just 10 words. I will sit there and aggravate, especially when I have 11 words. It's like, can I cut out the ands or thes? It's like, man, I could make the rule that ands and thes don't count, but I don't think that's fair. Best film ever, lots of arrows. Yes, lots of arrows. Jet Li rocks. Watch. You're seeing why I don't do 10-word reviews. Truth, my 10-word reviews, like I said, the official review is 10 words, but I do ramble a little bit afterwards. So that, it clarifies, it expounds, but those 10 words, it's all I think someone needs to really know about something. Yes, Hero. On Cosby, I've got it on Cosby. If you are watching later, it is on Pluto, but you will have to do with some commercials. Of course, you can always freeze this broadcast at the commercial and then pick it up again when it picks up. Hopefully it'll all be at around the same point, but I can't rely on that tonight, so I'm going to just go ahead and do the Cosby. I kind of wish it was on Tubi, but it's not. Tubi's usually a little more user friendly, but I got Cosby. Here's what I'm doing. The version I have is dubbed. It is English. I figured that's just more. I like being able to hear people speak English. That's just me. I've also got a subtitle file for it, which I will also play in case people have issues with sound or they keep it down and just kind of look and read. The subtitle doesn't 100% match the dialogue that they dubbed it with. The concepts are there, but it's a little bit off. Just letting you know up front, not perfect, but hey, it's an improvement on what I usually have. So
Because it's usually the difference between the translation of the dialogue
right.
and the way it's translated in the subtitles, and there are usually differences. It does happen, but like Al said, you do get the idea.
Yeah, I see. I do. I also have a version of the film in the original language, but like I said, I feel I lose a lot when I read on I mean, when I'm like looking at the bottom of the screen, I'm missing like what's going on at the top half the time. So I always prefer a dubbed version over a subtitle. This time I have both, but the subtitle's a little off. But just to help you guys out. I hope it helps you guys out. Something new I'm trying. It might make the start of the film a little couple extra seconds of starting because I have to start the film and then load the file. It's really weird, but I'm just trying to avoid the issue we had last time when you couldn't hear the words. And I still don't know why that happened. Although I hear it does happen. As something with the encoding. But I don't know. But this way, at least you got some subtitles to read. So let's get this bad boy started. I'm just going to be watching on Cosme. So I'm not going to be able to see the. No, I don't want you to give me notifications, Cosme. That always bugs me. It's like, do you want notifications? No.
I'm live. Don't bother me right now.
Yeah, selected my file. What do we want to do? Selected my file. Where? Okay, here it is. Okay, see, because I use pause. Also load subtitle file. Can you see my video file pop up? The Google file? Just curious.
I didn't.
Okay, and that's loaded. So hopefully this all works. So we're going to be starting. My thing says 2 seconds in, but let's just go for it. Mm-hmm. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Water, lots of water in a city.
Old, Miramax logo.
I remember a big thing about this was Tarantino.
Yes,
being like one of the responsible parties for getting it to America.
Very much so. As you all know, anyone who's familiar with Tarantino, you know he is a big fan of martial arts films. And, of course, he was doing films at Miramax at the time.
People give up their lives for many reasons. Mm-hmm. For friendship, for love, for an ideal. And people kill for the same reasons. Mm-hmm. I like that little bit of a beat. Before China was one great country, it was divided into severing warring states. Kingdom of Shin was a ruthless ruler, had a vision to unite the land. Put an end once and for all to war.
It's an idea soaked in the blood of his enemies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Soundtrack by, I think it's Ten Dun. Mm-hmm. God, I love this soundtrack. Yeah. Hero. Mm-hmm.
Of course, another major film that had come out previous to this, of course, was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And this is very much same producers. Tan Dun involved with that as well. Zhang Ziyi is in both films. And
I just want to say, she is so beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping everybody can hear the dialogue this time. That's why we ran a little bit at the before I went live to see if Deleted Scenes could hear it. What's that band Jared Leto's a part of? 30 Seconds to Mars?
30 Seconds to Mars, yes.
Have you ever seen the video where it kind of looks like this?
I have not. No.
Something like Since Yesterday or something like that. Come Yesterday. Since yesterday. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, it's kind of got this feel to it a little bit. Quick feet.
I have to run. Walk, and the movie will be over.
Yeah, like I said, the subtitle to the dialogues, it's almost there, but there are some differences. I mean, just the film is a beautiful film. Check them for weapons. Anything can be a weapon. I wonder what that says. If anybody ever knew what that symbol on the headband was, I would love to know.
Now, this is a film that basically stars every major martial arts star of the time. And the king, the part of the king, the emperor, he was originally offered to Jackie Chan.
Oh.
Who
guy
had to turn it down because he was already on another film.
The guy dubbing the emperor, is that James Hong? Listen to his voice. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah, it James does sound Hong. Like him, doesn't it?
Sounds just like him. It could be him. I don't know. I love this whole ritualistic interview, basically.
He's a literal man with no name.
Mm-hmm.
Donnie Yen.
Mm-hmm. I like how they call it a chess house. So it's like, is that like Go or something? The game of Go or whatever.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. I guess chess was just easier for people to understand the concept.
Yeah.
I love how the assassins are known by their weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And their weapon and the assassin are like they're one. So if you have their weapon, they are pretty much dead.
Yeah. And it is, of course, always cool to travel with your soundtrack. Wasn't that I'm Gonna Get You Sucker that did that? Where he says, who are these guys? Oh, they're my theme music.
I love his weapon. I've always loved the spear or like a pole arm, like the Naginata.
Mm-hmm.
When I did the medieval combat, I always used what was called a glaive, which basically it's almost like a Naginata. sword on a staff. Poor temperament, my friends.
And of course, he got to throw his signature move in there.
Is that the foot coming
with
down?
The flying kick, yeah.
Yeah. Donnie Yen was in John Wick, right?
Yeah, he's in 4, yeah.
The fourth one, yeah. He was the blind guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah.
I do need to like do more into the wuxia kung fu genre.
Because of course you have Crouching Tiger, which you've brought up, Iron Monkey, and which also I believe had Donnie in that as well.
I've seen Crouching Tiger.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen House of Flying Daggers.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah.
And can't think of any more I've actually seen. Now, older ones, when I was like back in the 80s, I saw a few. There was one like this guy develops a crab style. That's all I remember really about the film. He learned from a crab on the beach. And there was another one where it was these monks, and each one, I know one of the guys had one of those, the tri-staff, with the three rods on the chain. And one end was kind of burnt into this like really tough point, and he would use that to kind of stab people. I can't remember what the name of the movies were, but I remember the imagery of a lot of them.
No, why? I want to go. Okay.
It's raining.
And I don't want to get Harukin to death.
Playing Down Under. If you're still here, I just saw your thing. If you click on the Cosby link at the top, we're watching the movie Hero. You can watch it with us the same time we're watching it. If you join us later, it's on Pluto, or if you have your own copy.
Yes. Unfortunately, as much as we would love to, we cannot air the film live
on YouTube
because we don't want to get sued.
Yeah.
And we want Jet Li to like us. So
yeah, especially after watching what he does in this thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want Donnie Yen pissed at me either.
No. And I've seen Hard Boiled. I know how crazy Tony Leung can get. So I don't want to mess with any of these guys. So yeah. Also, it's a YouTube guideline thing, and it's copyright, and so we got to go to the Cosby. This movie is not public domain yet. So
yeah. I do like that spear though.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop, 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 whoop. I tell you, I love the wire work they do, the stunts, and whoa. Wow, 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 wow. I remember when I was whoops.
Oh.
Uh-oh. I love the raindrops and the water effects in this. Trying to figure out what his staff was made of. It almost looks like it was metal. A little more reward.
After that, they were all given jobs with the FBI. Sorry.
Complex tale indeed.
Yeah.
It is it's very ASMR to watch someone doing calligraphy like this.
Oh, I stole one of those once. No. Oh, sorry.
It's an ancient Etch-a-Sketch. She has got some very, like, I wouldn't want her to give me the evil eye because it would have more effect. You know what I mean? Flying Snow. Her eye just says.
We hear nothing. We didn't hear that. And perhaps some arsenic.
Is it? I might have it. Which one is kanji? Is that Japanese or Chinese?
Kanji.
You know the term kanji, the symbols.
I feel like I should know that.
I know. I feel. I mean, I know it's one or the other, but I just can't remember which one. And I know people get very upset when you get them wrong. This Lord of the Rings sequel is weird.
Today we march on Mordor.
It's a red day. But I mean, you know, we are so used to quote unquote Hollywood movies that you see something like this done elsewhere. You know, it's like it's amazing what the work that comes out of other countries.
Yeah, this
was. You know, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, this was the most expensive Chinese film at the time. So when you bring up Lord of the Rings, you're not really wrong. It was that kind of a production.
And isn't it kind of loosely based on a real legend, I believe? Or did I hear wrong? Yeah. We will blacken the skies with our arrows. That is some cool effects. Following the arrows like that. I always love the characters of the old masters.
No, no, no. You're supposed to say
Turn it
loose.
around. That's some beautiful scenery to be getting destroyed like that. I like his ideas. It's like one of those things like there are bad things to be done, but the end result is good.
Yeah. You know, because he's essentially trying to do what the Viking King Harold did, and that was to unite the clans.
Did you watch Vikings Valhalla?
I did not, but I've heard
they
about
had
it.
Harold in that. Harold Hardrada.
Who did they get to play him? Anybody familiar?
No.
Oh, okay.
He was a cool guy who did it. It's a fun series. I mean, the history's a bit whack. But it's a fun adventure story. Historical fiction, as it were. Sweep the floor. Sweep the floor. I look at that and I think, man, you're wearing these long robes are going to screw it up. That is a lot of arrows. And to have it as a practical effect, like all of them like sitting everywhere like that, amazing. Must have been a heck of a cleanup. Although you can see some of it was probably effect. That looks like my initials, AS. And the funny thing is, it makes perfect sense.
Mhm.
The artist moving the brush, the sword master moving his weapon. Dun dun dun. If it touched his heart, what else did she touch?
Hey.
Who played Snow? Maggie Cheung.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're same age. 59. What else has she done? Anything I would... She done anything else like in America cinema? Doesn't look like it.
Right.
Oh, she was in Glorious Bastards. Oh, deleted scene though. That's more up your alley. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Deleted scene. Get it. Police Story 3, Super Cop.
Mm-hmm.
That's Jackie Chan, right? Yep.
Yeah. In the Mood for Love, which was also with Tony Long. Days of Being Wild. It's an early Wong Kar-wai movie.
Broken Sword. Naughty, naughty. Well, if that were true, then it wouldn't matter if she saw you or not, right?
Nope.
Whoa.
Go poopy.
What do they say about a woman scorned? I like the camera work they were doing on her walking down the hallway like that. How it's kind of going side to side. Showing her showing her being off balanced, which is the concept of what's going on, actually.
Yeah.
Hmm. It's hard to find anything to say in the scene, not because there's nothing to say, but it's just such a poignant, well done scene. Oh God, look at this, the scenery. This is so beautiful. He's dead, Jim. You're right, Tim. So gracefully she flies like that. It's oh Ron. I've never seen Ron or Ran or whatever. Ron. I think it's called Ron, right? Might have to do that once Halloween is over. Gonna stick to a little more scary films starting in September. In fact, in 2 weeks from tonight is Friday the 13th, and we're going to be watching Friday the 13th Part 2, just so you guys know. Nice little way to celebrate that day.
Okay.
I'll look into Ron.
Okay, I'm back
Maybe
now.
we'll do
Yeah.
that. Have you ever seen Ron? R-A-N? Is it Ron?
Yes, I have. The Kurosawa film. Yeah. It's basically King Lear. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Good. Great film. Yeah.
Just think how difficult this scene had to be to film with all the leaves, and if you get it wrong, you know. This Twister sequel is weird. Ugh, Sputch.
Just but the flesh wound.
Cersei has a jade handle, right? Looks jade. It's pretty. she cray cray. She plays good crazy though.
Yeah.
She's just got a great look to her eye when she's like cackling like that. I love how everything goes more red. I like the flames. Good teeth for ancient China. Mm. Plans within plans within plans. I love the change of the color palette. This is a strange remake of Fanny and Alexander.
Yeah.
I love this. How many takes did that take?
And the next line is, "It took me 20 years to stack those." This Chungking Express prequel is weird.
I told him to do any circumcisions. Actually, he might be the one you want to have doing circumcisions. He might get it just right and fast. That I think they play a dangerous game in these kind of films, stabbing each
Yeah.
other all the time, thinking they're, oh, I didn't stab you in a bad place.
Yeah.
Good gift, Tim. That I remember that Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
And, and also in this version, they make her much softer facially. Where in the red version, she was like all fire and anger, and she looked pissed. And this one, she comes off very soft, beautiful. I wish Johnny Carson was still around too, Tim.
Yeah.
He was awesome. He let everybody have it. It didn't matter what affiliation you were.
Yeah. George Carlin is another one I would have liked to.
Oh yeah.
Wish was still with us.
If you had, he wouldn't have been able to do that. I like it. The general guy looks like Clint Howard a little bit for some reason to me. Fuego. It's Gerald So. Yeah. I had some of that last night for dinner. Spin, spin, spin. Yeah, the person that came up with Gerald So's chicken died back in November 2022. I know that. Yeah, I remember reading that. Makes you wonder how many kids have like tried to do this. Just end up splashing in the water all the time. Doink. When the laws of physics go crazy. I love Broken Sword's weapon too. The fact that you want to know the story behind it. Was it always broken? Was it broken by a previous master? Or did it break with him? And that's why he has that name now. God, what a beautiful shot. Whoop. I like that little buggy. That's so romantic. I mean, and this is all in the king's mind. This is his tale he's weaving of why what he thinks Bainless has been up to. Hmm? And flames flicker. Woo! Spinning around. Like now they're all in white. Dang. In every version, he makes a mess. Sky lives. Whoa.
I'm all right. I'm okay.
She is a loyal student. I will say that.
Yeah.
Zoom, zow, floosh. Yeah, it's just it's so beautiful that ooh, oh, a part of a blade everybody forgets how effective it can be is the flat of it. Oh, it is funny when you think about it, like all the fights and the quote unquote killing they showed, how few actually have died,
Yeah.
as far as the main characters anyway. Looks looks so different without the
Yeah.
beard. So it was very John Lennon. Imagine there's no heaven. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like imagine there's no war, there's no life, it's just us. Gradually, I got testosterone and grew hair on my face. Mhm. They are what you call badass.
Yep.
Although when you consider the secondary characters, the body count is quite large.
Yeah. Knock knock. Yoo-hoo. Mr. King, sir.
Mhm. As excellent as the choreography is, it's made all the better by the long robes.
Hmm.
It's such a great effect of costuming. Yeah, if I were the king fighting this battle, I would be terrified that I don't know where that guy is. Wee. I, I, I love the groaning he's doing. Mm. And the king knows exactly that he just got his life spared. 2 words. I got 2 words for you, King. You remember what he wrote, right? Don't say it if you do remember. Our land. Wow, that's that's very what's the word I'm looking for? Has a lot to do with what's going on today sometimes. That's a man putting a lot of faith in the words he just spoke. That's like everybody's come to see.
Yeah.
That's right. If the old guy comes with a was it a red flag, he killed him, and a yellow flag, he didn't. Right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Those are the school colors from where I used to work. Black and
Oh,
red.
nice.
Boom. Broke this guy's words, got to him, as did the emperor's. And sometimes even something so terrible as war can lead to something so good as a united country. Like an American Revolution or a civil war. I mean, it took years of war for the U.S. to become a nation again.
Yeah.
I just love how they're all following them. Man, lovers' quarrels get nasty in China. Mm. I think his name is very appropriate, Broken Sword, because he was a broken man, ultimately. He was tired of the war, tired of the fighting. He wanted to be able to lay down his sword, but he couldn't until the very end when it was, in the end, he finally gave everything up to prove to her. Poor Moon.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep.
How Romeo and Juliet.
Meanwhile,
Yeah. So this is going on. He's just been walking
Yeah,
to the door.
oh, fellers may want to move aside.
Oh, God, they sound like Daleks.
Exterminate, exterminate.
Exterminate, exterminate. There's more in the written than what they're saying.
Yeah.
Dubbed wise, because like it's the law of the land. If you want to unite the land, you've got to follow the law, and he must die. And he doesn't want to do it. I like that.
No.
He understands that guy is no longer a danger. Okay, now all these guys are shooting at one guy, but look at the spread of arrows, how far they go. Flush. That's a lot of missing. This is so cool right here. This is outline. I love the music to this. It maintains the appropriate emotions and the feel. It does seem like in Asian culture, the sacrifice is much more respected than in like an American culture.
Hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I get it.
That and the redeemed villain kind of. Those are big tropes in Asian storytelling and cinema and things like that. The nameless warrior was executed as an assassin, but buried as a hero. The king of Qin went on to conquer all the 6 kingdoms and united the country. As China's first emperor, he completed the Great Wall and protected his subjects. This was more than 2,000 years ago, but even now when the Chinese speak of their country, they call it our land. Lady Miss gave the thumbs up. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Leung Chiu-wai. Zhang Ziyi. Chen Daoming. And Donnie. Yeah, it's like everybody's got these, regular Saturday, and then comes Donnie. It's like, and there's Bobby Fang, it's just like an odd name. So to leave the scenes, what do you have coming up this weekend?
All right.
As 10 Dunn plays us out.
Indeed. Well, I will be appearing on Western Cinema Presents along with Outlaw Bill, and we are going to be watching Silverado.
Oh,
and
cool.
That will be at 4 p.m. on Sunday. Of course, you can catch my show, Unscripted, at 8 p.m. over on my channel. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be episode 77, The Sword They Knight You With. And I'm going to be hitting on some themes that this movie kind of goes into a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And then, of course, later on that night, will be The Other Side of Midnight, 12:05 a.m. Eastern, 11:05 Central.
You never know who's going to show up on those shows.
No. So, and at the moment, I don't even know, because technically I haven't asked anyone yet. So I probably won't know until the day, but have that coming up. Of course, there's also next Tuesday, 8:30 p.m., which will be live from Spark 121, where I will be joined by Troy Pacelli, Netters Network and Aged Boomer. And we're going to be watching and discussing episode 10 of Twin Peaks: The Return.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd like to say if you can join me tomorrow night on Netter's Network. We'll be watching Right Said Fred.
Mhm.
No, is that the one?
Drop
No,
Dead Fred.
Drop Dead Fred. Right
Yeah.
Said Fred was the band, or
Yeah.
so. I always get that confused. Drop Dead Fred on Netter's Network tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then, of course, next Saturday, we will be watching the first film in the Halloween season. That's right. As far as I'm concerned, September 1st starts the Halloween season. We're going to be watching the 1986 comedy horror musical Little Shop of Horrors, starring Rick Moranis. Going to have a lot of fun with that one. And 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to be watching Friday the 13th, Part 2, because 2 weeks from tonight is Friday the 13th. So we're going to be celebrating that. And 2 weeks after that, don't know yet. We'll figure it out later, but it will be somehow horror / monster / thriller related. So just get set for that through October. So have a lot of fun. Well, and maybe we'll revisit some more of the wuxia kung fu kind of samurai type films a bit later. Chris, so that's the nice thing about the Friday night ones. I'm going to keep those unplanned for the most part, except for like I said, Friday the 13th just had to make that happen. And if you're wondering why part 2, people, it's because I did part 1 a couple years ago. It's already on my channel, so I'll do part 2. And plus, I haven't seen it in a while.
No, or myself either. So it'd be cool to revisit it. One thing I did bring up, because in the back of my mind, I kept thinking I've got something going on Monday. Then I remembered I am going to be joining Troy and Netter Monday for Last Call Monday Night at the Movies. And we are going to be watching Cliffhanger and Last Action Hero.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Both from 1993.
Is the 93 the connecting thread, or is it the Arnold Stallone concept? Or is it just two action movies?
It's a little of both, yeah.
Oh, okay.
A little of all those things, yeah. Right. And yeah,
and that is okay. I'm exiting out of Cosby because it's about to start again. A great film, great film. Such a classic. It's such an underappreciated classic, I think, as far as the American shores are concerned. Yeah, I think Crouching Tiger gets more love for some reason. I actually think Hero is a better film.
People do remember Crouching Tiger the most. What they don't remember is this is also an Oscar-nominated film. It was nominated for a foreign language film that year. So, yeah, very underrated.
Yeah, it was nominated for the Golden Globe, Academy Awards also nominated. I'm trying to see what it won. The Golden Bahuania Award. I have no idea. It won a lot of the Hong Kong Film Awards. That's good. Didn't win the film though. What a lot of the people won. Like editing, cinematography, especially in a film like this, is just incredible. What they are able to do with the right stuntmen and wire work and the CGI people to wipe out those wires, which would be probably surprisingly hard and difficult to do. But I've told you what's upcoming. Like I said, one more time, I'll be on Drop Dead Fred tomorrow night on Netter's Network at 10. Next Saturday, Little Shop of Horrors, and then on Friday the 13th, Part 2, And I do know 2 weeks after that, later in the month, watching The Wraith on Saturday night. That'll be a lot of fun. I love that movie. Like to thank Deleted Scenes for joining me. Of course, tonight, remember 10 o'clock, last call with Troy Pacelli. Go in and say, hi, just been to Big Al's Films with friends. Just acknowledge it. That'd be kind of fun. Be a nice little thing to do. Of course, keep your eye out for reviews. Not a lot coming out, really. Beetlejuice is the next big one coming this week, next week. But not really much in way of stuff I'm interested in. I may have to pull out a retro review one of these days because there's not a lot in the mainstream that is catching my eye. And
I definitely need to catch up on some reviews myself.
It's just not a lot of good big films out there right now. I mean, I literally watched, and I was telling this to Bergman the other night. I watched Twisters for like the 4th time.
Really?
I really like that film. And I'm not saying it's especially like uber, super, uber great film, but it's the kind of film I can watch again and again. For me, it's a high rewatch film. And that to me kind of trumps, whatever stars I might give it. But I don't know. I've just been in the mood. Been in the mood to watch that a few times here and there. But thanks for joining us tonight. Had a lot of fun. Glad you could join us. Like I said, if you are wanting to see this in the future, it is on Pluto if you don't have your own copy. So there's always that. But it's a beautiful film, and that's one of the reasons I do this. It's always great to have someone like Deleted Scenes join me, or Netter and Troy, or Birdman, or whoever will join me, or who I join to watch these films. Is just always fun, no matter if I've seen it before or not. And it's always better when you sit down with your friends and watch these movies. I like I said, I call you my Al pals. Like I'm not as eloquent as Netter, but she's got the right thing. It's special to have you guys here with us, not just me and Deleted Scenes, but even if there's just one or two or people in the chat just kind of enjoying the film along with us, it's always great if you join us. Curtis Selby, thanks for the stream. That was amazing. Yes, it is an amazing film, and like I said, always better to share it with you. You didn't cry this time. You give the film a 10. Okay. Cinematography in these films are always a 10. Just great. Like I said, next is Last Call with Troy Pacelli. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there, and when you find a chance to, find something fun to watch, because that's what it's all about. Take care, everyone, and God bless. Do you have any final words, Deleted Scenes?
As I always say at the end of all of my shows, from HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night, take care, stay strong, be safe, because this is how we win.
Take care, everybody. Take care of my Al pals. You are all special to me. God bless y'all. And God, I hope I get Beetlejuice quickly. I really want to review that. So take care, guys. God bless you.